When I bought different wheels for the Jeep, I got rid of the offset ones. I had 4-inch offset tires where the tire stuck out quite a bit beyond the fenders, which it's okay. I mean, it wasn't bad. I just didn't really like the look that much. I like the more, you know, clean stock look. So I bought those wheels, which I love them. They're beautiful wheels. And only problem is they rub on the King racing shocks or reservoir shocks. So and it's fixed shocks. The reservoir itself is fixed. It's not a remote reservoir, so I can't move the reservoir someplace else, unfortunately. And the shocks are 10 years old, so I'm just going to go ahead and replace the shocks with something that does not have reservoirs. I don't have to have a reservoir shock. I do mostly city driving. I do some off-road, but you know, not a whole lot. First thing I did, of course, was take off the tire. And I have a jack stands up, and I'm going to go ahead and take off the old shock, and we'll move forward. You will need, well, for mine, it's not a stock Jeep, 3/4 inch. I have a ratchet on one side of these things, and a breaker bar, which I've already loosened the bottom one. As you can see. So remove both. This isn't working. There we go. Remove top and bottom. And free the shock from its mounting location. I'm going to leave the bottom one on just so it's easier to take off the top one. The top one's a little bit trickier in the sense that it's tricky. Although it's easier than the stock location. The stock location is in there somewhere. I don't know if you can see the hole. Yeah, and then you don't have a whole lot of clearance because there's a bolt that goes through that hole into the top. This Jeep has aftermarket suspension, so they welded a piece on here for the shocks, a mount for the top of the shock. So that's why it's different than a stock Jeep. Okay, again, I've loosened this a little bit so you guys didn't have to hear me struggle and use 4-letter words. But take out the top one as well. And we will do so slowly because of the limited space. Once both nuts are off, you are free to take out the bolt through the top and through the bottom. Now, these, as I mentioned, these shocks are shocked. And they're a pain in the ass to take out. There we go. Just gotta wiggle it till it comes out. And there you have King off-road racing shocks that are rebuildable. I just don't want them because of the fact that they are rubbing on the tire when I go full lock. And with the power and magic of editing, we were able to put the shock, one of them anyway, in place. So there she be. Okay,
you could say something about it though.
We got that. Oh, we gotta tighten it.
Yeah.
All right, so we got everything in place. The bottom one is tight. And this particular type of suspension has two different spots to put the bottom shock. I'm putting it on the inside.
Just for more space?
Yep, gives me a little bit more clearance on the tire. And my son is having a hell of a time tightening that. Oh, he's doing okay. You want me to get that, little boy? You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
All right, cool. And I think we're done. That was it. All we gotta do is cut that orange plastic thingy and put the tire back on, tighten the lug nuts, lower it, and tighten again. And we're done.
Yeah.
Piece of cake for me, anyway. Can you get that? Mm-hmm. Okay, good. All right. And the ceremonious cutting of the ribbon.
Mm-hmm.
Ta-da! New shocks.
Yep.
With aftermarket suspension. This is long arm suspension.
Yeah.
This is not stock.
Nope.
So
these little pieces actually had to get ground down.
Yeah,
because the brackets were
a little bit too small, so we had to grind down the
shock itself.
Not the shock, the sleeve.
Yeah.
The mounting sleeve or whatever the hell it calls it. It's called that goes in the eye.
Yep.
We had to grind them down.
Just a little tiny bit.
A tiny little bit, just so they fit nice and snug.
The brackets.
That's it. We're done. Ta-da!